Gamers beware, you're in for a scare. If you recognized that twist on the classic Goosebumps tagline, you're probably familiar with R.L. Stine's iconic horror series. Goosebumps was huge in the 90s, with Stine even being called the Stephen King of children's literature. The original run included 62 books with multiple spin-offs like Give Yourself Goosebumps, a choose-your-own-adventure series that was my personal favorite. Goosebumps was everywhere, from school libraries to book fairs, and if something's that big, you know it's only a matter of time before it branches out into other media. Which brings us to today's video. Where are all the Goosebumps games? I'm Dr. Ursa, and we're diving into every Goosebumps game, all 7 of them. Let's go in release order, kicking things off in 1996 with an odd little point and click. Our first Goosebumps game, Escape from Horrorland, is a full motion video point and click adventure for PC. Directed by Lawrence Guterman, who later gave us Cats and Dogs and Son of the Mask, this game serves as a sequel to one of the most popular books, One Day at Horrorland, and it follows the character of Lizzie as she searches for her missing brother and his friend, Luke and Clay, using a set of Horrorland tickets as clues. The game's villain is Madison Storm, a guy who decided building a haunted theme park was better than therapy. The gameplay is classic point and click. You drag items around, click things into other things, and plenty of trial and error. It is a kid's game, so don't expect brain-busting puzzles, but for hardcore Goosebumps fans, it's a nice little time capsule. Plus, thanks to helpful people on the internet, Escape from Horrorland is still playable today. The next year in 1997, DreamWorks Interactive brought us Attack of the Mutant, a kid-friendly shooter for PC that dodges serious violence Chex Quest style. This one's based on the Attack of the Mutant book, and you play as a silent protagonist who accidentally gets off the wrong bus stop and winds up at the lair of the Masked Mutant, a comic book supervillain. Pretty rough luck if you're just trying to get home from school. The Masked Mutant, voiced by Jim Belushi, pops up often to taunt you throughout the game, along with his foes who help you, like the Galloping Gazelle, voiced by none other than Adam West. The unique cel-shaded art style gives the game a comic book feel, and while it's simple by today's standard, it's a pretty nostalgic gem if you're a fan of the book or this retro style of game. After an 11-year gap, Goosebumps re-entered the gaming world with Goosebumps Horrorland, a spooky minigame collection for PlayStation 2, Nintendo Wii, and DS. You'll play through various stages, racking up tokens as you survive through various horror-themed minigames. While it's a lot more Halloween fun than horror, it does at least fit the Goosebumps brand, and motion controls on the Wii and DS do add a little twist. Not exactly spine-chilling, but it might have introduced some new fans to the series at this point, so we'll cut it a little slack. With the 2015 Goosebumps movie starring Jack Black as R.L. Stine, we also got Goosebumps the Game, a point-and-click adventure set before the events of the new film. You play as a kid trying to survive and defeat some of Stine's creepiest creations. Packed with nods to classic Goosebumps stories and characters, Goosebumps the Game is a fun throwback for anyone who grew up reading the books. It's full of little puzzles and nostalgia bombs, making it a great entry for fans of old school point and clicks and anyone who loves a good spot the reference challenge. Just remember, with Slappy involved, it's best to sleep with the lights on. That same year, Night of Scares released on mobile, a sequel game to the film, and brought a surprising survival horror twist to the Goosebumps universe. In this game, you play as a boy named Twist, trapped in a house full of Goosebumps monsters. Slappy has locked R.L. Stine in a typewriter, so you spend most of the game hiding from the monsters and trying to free him. Imagine Alien Isolation or Outlast, but with Slappy the dummy. You can't fight back, so hiding from the monsters is your only option. It even got a console re-release in 2020 with new content, which, given the survival horror approach, means it is probably the scariest Goosebumps game out there. If hiding from a bloodthirsty ventriloquist dummy sounds like your thing, you're in for a treat. Or you could just watch a jump scare montage on YouTube and call it a day, after this video of course. The last original Goosebumps game so far is Horror Town, a 2018 mobile city builder game where you create a spooky town full of monsters. Imagine Clash of Clans but without any battling. It's got a cute, creepy look to it, but as far as horror goes, it's about as scary as an October episode of SpongeBob. Still, there's something to be said for a city full of Goosebumps monsters going about their business. It is a fun distraction, even if it doesn't bring the scares. Now, will we ever see a new Goosebumps game that truly captures the terror of the books? Who knows really, but kids-themed horror has done pretty well over the years, So maybe we'll see the masked mutant go toe-to-toe with Freddy Fazbear one day. I know the Goosebumps books weren't exactly the pinnacle of terror, but it feels like a lot of the adaptations over the years have struggled to keep things kinda scary. The latest Disney Plus series, which is about to start its second season I think, looks like it might finally dial back the camp. Though I admit, I can't see David Schwimmer without thinking of Ross from Friends, which then brings to mind those no laugh track edits that make him look like a serial killer, so maybe they're onto something.
You attacked your ex-wife?
Oh, no. I tried.
Now, I'm not here to hate. I did read these books when I was around 7 or 8, so of course they seemed scarier back then. I just wish I'd done more PC gaming as a kid, so I could have experienced some of these games back in their prime. Either way, diving into the Goosebumps game franchise has been full of both tricks and treats. Let me know down in the comments if you played any of these games, or if you haven't, which one would you want to try after hearing about them? Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing for more content like this. Happy Halloween if you're watching in time, and here's to a spooky season all year long either way. I've been Dr. Ursa, and until next time, watch out behind you!